And we're back with Pitstop in Purgatory. We have our new title screen, of course. The boy. The precious boy. We care him lots. And now, it's time for us to explore the guide path. In all 4 story. Oh, okay. Time to enter the guide path, which is unlocked for us, and I believe we have to go through another story? At the very least, we're going to. So the new choices which lead to this guide path should be available to us. So let's just get right in and see if anything changes choice-wise. Alright, so if what the guide said is correct, I just have to wait here for a while. Wonder how long, though. At this point, can he even be trusted? I suppose I don't have a choice, as per usual. Man, I'm so tired of not having a choice. Or actually, what was it that Rahel said about people being connected? What if... Alright, here we go. Think about the guide. Every fiber of my being is telling me that this is not a good idea. Yet, there's anyone who can truly help me. Who else but him? Alright, let's give it a try. I'm sure everything will turn out fine. Nothing. I should have expected as much. Guess I'll... Ah!
Nerves of steel as per usual, Miss Braid.
Didn't expect you to just pop in like that. Really? How exactly were you expecting me to appear? By means of knocking on the door? Like some filthy common non-deity? Deity? No, don't overthink that. Instead, would you mind telling me why you've once again chosen to take up my time? I need more information. The nerve! I seem to recall having given you more than enough to go on, and in so little time, too. You're being impatient, grasping at straws, craving rewards that you have yet to earn. And, well... I love it! Desperation. There's so much fun to be had with that. I don't understand. Being all-knowing can be a curse, you know. Leaves so little, if any, room for surprise. Without that, monotony quickly sets in, and humans are unfortunately quite predictable. They form their little friendships, still clinging to their souls, and with time, well, they leave. Their purpose in Purgatory fulfilled, I say farewell, and then the cycle starts anew. However, desperation changes things. I read you like an open book, Miss Braid. You've tried everything, you've followed your heart, you've chosen wisely. Greedily, you've pursued every possible option.
And now you're back again. Back for more.
What? You doing this? Oh, is there anything you won't do? You judging me for playing all the content? What are you talking about? I mean, It feels like I haven't made a single choice of my own since getting here. Of course you haven't. Let's start over. You have made friends here, yet you think of me and not them. Don't flatter yourself. I'm wrong, then? Just help me get out of here. Tell me what I need to know. If you're truly a guide like you say... You said it yourself. You're all-knowing, aren't you? So help me. Oh, dear.
I am not a guide.
I'm the guide.
I am the guide.
And you're even further gone than I had anticipated. Very well. You've convinced me. Just like that? Absolutely. Now, close your eyes for a moment. Huh? Why? Indulge me, please. Unless, of course, you have no further need of my assistance. Damn it. Once again, he has complete control. He's just standing there. Reading my mind again, I bet. Fine. I'm closing my eyes. Good girl. Very good indeed. Oh, yep, creatures that kissed in cold mirrors. The guide route. Oh boy. What could go wrong? Welcome back, Miss Braid. Huh? What happened? You closed your eyes for a moment, and now we're here. We're still in my room. Yes. So why'd I have to close my eyes? Scene change. To make the transition more dramatic, of course. What? This is... You. Calm down, Miss Braid. Just having some fun. Do I look like I'm in the mood for your fun?
Ah.
Not sure. Even facial expressions are something of a blind spot for me, unfortunately. After all, are you able to perfectly determine whether a common ant looks angry, sad, or otherwise unaffected? Such is the challenge I face when attempting to analyze the cluster of shapes that is a human face. Poor you.
Hmm?
At any rate, let's move on, shall we? Yes, please. We are going to play a game. I don't like the sound of that. You don't enjoy games, Miss Braid? Normally I do. But coming from you, well... Ah, yes. For you, everything I do is... what do you call it? Bad news? Exactly. And yet I'm the one you keep thinking of. Now there's something for you to wrap your head around. I told you it's... You know what? No. I'm not falling for that again. Just tell me about the game. Finally! You're lucky, Miss Braid. So in this particular game, you'll get to be my assistant for a day. Already hating this. If you succeed in your duties, you'll be of great help to me. In turn, I'd say the reward you so desperately seek will be more than earned. This sounds more like a job than a game. The line between those words is somewhat blurred to me, admittedly, but nonetheless, I'm sure it will be quite entertaining for you. Somehow I doubt that. So what do I need to do?
Hmm?
Begin with, help yourself to these items. Green coin? Oh, okay. Makes you think of Ezra. Elusive book. Rahel. Last breakfast. Lock. What am I supposed to do with it? What am I supposed to do with all this junk? Junk? Hardly. These earthly objects have been designed especially to fit those you've encountered here. When a person experiences exceedingly strong feelings of pure distress, these items will display their hidden potential. You'll make sure that those feelings in question emerge. Oh, goody. How? I'm supposed to prod everyone until they become angry or sad enough? If I wanted to, which I definitely don't, I have no idea how to pull that off. Why, you're going to use your skill set, of course. You're going to act. Your journey is finally coming full circle. You'll be surprised to learn how easily swayed humans are when you say the right things in the right way. Then again, why am I telling you that? You're the professional. You want me to manipulate them? You're asking me to be like you? Feel free to rationalize it any way you like. But use whatever means necessary. Put on the characteristic Astrid charm, talk to them, ask things. And when their innermost feelings are exposed, you use the proper item. What will happen then? The item will work its magic. Meaning what? Come now, Miss Braid. You already know more than enough to complete this task. Job. Mission. Game. Will I somehow hurt them by doing this? I'll put it plainly. Any potential distress you may cause your acquaintances won't affect the ultimate outcome of their stay here in Purgatory. That's an extremely ominous answer. And not a very plain one either. It will have to do. What if I refuse? Backing down, are we? How disappointing. Well, that's within your right, of course, as I'm sure you understand. There will be no reward if you decide to do so. Use that desperation, Miss Braid. You'll be out of here in no time. That is a gentleman's promise. This feels wrong. I don't want to involve others in this, especially if it means doing it for his entertainment. Then again, what choice do I have at this point? He did say that the things I have to do won't affect the ultimate outcome. Well, but I'm not exactly sure what that means. And can we really trust it? So do we have a deal? A quick game to win a prize. Alright. I'll do it. Splendid! Oh, chin up. You'll have to be convincing to come through after all. Get those fools to spill their guts. Although, not literally, please. They've done that already, if you catch my drift. Because they're all dead? Yes, you catch on quick. Dang, I really am getting predictable. Anyways, I'll be here monitoring your progress. When all is done, you'll get your reward. And then I'll be free to leave, right? Right? Good luck, Miss Braid. You're terrible at contract negotiation. You're terrible at contract negotiation. It's gonna back you into a bad corner, Astrid. Damn it. This is absolutely terrible, but guess I better get started. Ooh, alright. New music. And I don't want him to watch it while I'm sleeping. That would be bad. So good. So good! The poster advertising Gothic Girls. Can't believe someone got paid to come up with that title. Not feeling inspired to write, draw, or do anything else pen-related at the moment. Sorry for neglecting you, Comb. I'll make it up to you someday. Oh, I'm too mentally conflicted to read right now. Wonder how I would survive out there without air. Never mind. I forgot that I don't need to breathe anymore. Wonder if I could somehow lock him in there. You just teleport out. Don't get any ill-advised ideas now, Miss Braid. Get out of my head. I'm not entirely sure what you mean. I'm entirely sure that you're entirely sure what I mean. Ha! Nothing interesting in there. This is not the time to gaze upon my own beauty. Wouldn't have seemed narcissistic in front of the guide, after all. Not that I care what he thinks of me. Fun fact, I almost didn't get the role of the cute little pink owl because so many auditioned for it. Sometimes in life you just have to get lucky, I guess. Although it sure didn't hurt that I'd look amazing in pink. I bet. Keeps the place lit in more ways than one. There's just a bunch of unintelligible scribbles where the menu items used to be. Strange. Huh. Once I'm actually thirsty. Too bad the bartender decided to permanently stalk my room. Never-ending centers of mood. I believe in you, Snake. Smiley? It's Astrid, the one and only. Need my infectious positivity for something? Well, yeah, I think. Could I ask you some questions? Go for it. Was there ever a time when you didn't always smile? This might shock you, but I actually didn't smile at all that much when I was alive. Come. Indeed. Let's keep following this thread. It was sad for you. Yeah, it wasn't all that bad, but well, do you have any other questions? Here if you want to talk about it. I'm good, thanks. You're hiding something. I'm sure it's not that bad. What do you really know about me? Life was tough, yeah. There was no money, no work. We all just tried to get by. I had to do bad things to survive. Since childhood. I understand. But you're here now. So you have the chance to make peace with whatever you did, right? After all, that's why Purgatory exists. Or so I'm told. It's impossible. Wouldn't know where to even begin. As a kid, they taught me how to counterfeit money. I got so many people in trouble just for doing that. But then came all the other things, and I guess I just keep going back to what I do best, tricking people. So I know it for sure when I look at him. There won't ever be any peace for someone like me. Smiley, you? What's he talking about? Damn it. Uh-oh. Alright, let's try this. The item is reacting. Uh-oh. What's going on? I feel so... Astrid? Did you? Huh? Smiley? I'm fine. Bit tired, but fine. Really? What about all the other things you just told me? What things? But, well, you know, life being sad? Sad? And it had me confused with my twin brother, Frowny. I always smile, you know that? I do know that. Something is seriously off about this. At least he looks alright. I should move on. See you later, Smiley. Smiling, always smiling. What did we just do? You seem to be in a good mood. Always smiling. That's strange. What the fuck? Ah, my dear assistant returns. Don't call me that. What's your endgame guide? Excuse me? You keep saying that you do these strange things for fun, but how exactly are you amused by me doing them? If you enjoy tormenting us that much, why not do it yourself?
Aww.
Hello? Oh, sorry, I was thinking of how boring this conversation is. So intense was the boredom that my mind temporarily went plummeting down the chasm of depression itself. Is that a real place? Maybe. As for your question, I do find it amusing, and that's all you need to know, isn't it? The why of it all? Well, sometimes that just gets in the way. So you're not even going to answer me. After all this time, does that honestly surprise you? I mean, no, I guess not. Was there anything else? Alright, can you promise me? Didn't I already answer this? And, friends, honestly. They are my friends. Whatever you say. My previous answer still stands. What you won't do, what you do won't affect the ultimate outcome of things. That's a deliberately worded answer, which we are not going to like. That's what you wanted to hear, isn't it? Well, Enough is enough. Now get out there and make me proud. Make Guide proud, but at what cost? Our dignity? Our dignity. I'm not doing anything for you. Of course you aren't. You're doing it for you. There's something about what he's saying. Am I? No. Don't even go there, Astrid. Talk to Smiley. So you did. He seems different now. No more smiles. Actually, I think he might be smiling even more now. If that makes any sense. Then what's the issue? After using the item, he forgot what we were just talking about. Just moments earlier. What relief. Huh? Green with envy, he led his life pursuing riches at any cost. I'm not following. Did we absorb his memories? Of? You've done well, Miss Braid. I'll hold on to the item for now. But you have more things to do. Don't waste your, and more importantly, my time. As always, he's obviously hiding something. But it's true, Smiley still looks happy. So what if I can't have made things worse, right? Do try to enjoy it, Miss Braid, as if. Elizabeth? Just when I thought my day couldn't get any worse. I'm that horrible to talk to. Yes. What do you want? Actually, I had some questions for you. And you're expecting me to answer them because if you do, I'll leave you alone forever. Hit me. Why are you so mean all the time? None of your business, ass mice. Okay, that's actually a good one. You said you'd answer my questions. So you can run out of things to say? Too bad for you, huh? She's right about that. The silent treatment, huh? If that's what you want to call it. Don't you prefer that over me being mean anyway? But Blah, blah. She's not exactly an easy nut to crack. Sure. Yes. Figures. You backtrack just a bit. Yay. Oh, and I'm curious. You know what they say about curiosity, don't you? It, killed the cat? Sure. Let's go with that. Something bad happened to you? Don't talk to me like you're my friend. You're not. I could be? No. You could never. It's fine if you don't want to talk about it. Great, so we're done. Well, so much for reverse psychology. She's immune. Let's try antagonism. Bet you're just born evil. That's what they always said. So who knows? Could be right for once. Who's they? That's... something else will leave me alone. Alright. Where'd that come from? U-shape? What is... Alright, let's try this. What the? Nothing's happening. Better time to use it? Oh, sorry. Can we start over? Groan. Memory from when you were alive. Sure, that's easy. Oh, great. So what is it? It was a glorious time. I call it the pre-bullshit period. Is this going to be a joke about everything was better before you started talking to me? Joke. I walked right into that one, didn't I? Yes. You really hate me that much? That's right. I don't take it personally. I hate everyone. Where does that all come from? Huh? You just said that you hate everyone. That's a lot of hate to carry around. I'm not carrying anything. This is the way I am. Everyone else gets to be themselves, why can't I? You could, of course. It's just... what now? It seems... heavy. It's not something you physically lift, ass dumb. The kind of heaviness you carry in your head is the one that weighs the most. Read that on the back of a milk carton or something. Besides, all my life I've just wanted to be left alone. But they just wouldn't let me, so... they can all go to hell. Which is where we are right now, probably. Somehow I'm here and they're not. What's that make me? You need to leave me alone right now. But right now. For my own safety, I should probably take that advice. I don't like you either, so there. Hold on a moment while I fill up this huge bucket with my tears of pure sadness. There's no bucket here, and nor are there tears. Alright. This is definitely the more significant one. Let's try this. The item's reacting. What the? You. Elizabeth, are you alright? Hey, you. Here it comes. Astrid, right? It's nice to see you again. Huh? I've been lost in bad thoughts, but I'm all clean now. All clean, no shame. All clean and no shame. What? All clean and no shame. All clean and no shame. Something strange going on here. At least she looks fine. Thanks for your help, Elizabeth. All clean, no shame. All clean and no shame. Are you, like, forcibly scrubbing their traumas? So you did. Something's off about her. Giving you a harder time than usual, isn't she? Well, no. She's being... nice. Although a bit repetitive. That isn't to your liking? After I used that U-shaped thing, she stopped being mean to me. Wonderful! Huh? Bent out of shape, her way of handling difficulty. Constantly forced her into corners she had to escape. Destructive cycle in the most classic sense. What do you mean? No matter. And over that item, would you kindly? You're hiding information from me. I won't give you anything until you tell me what I want to know, Frank Fontaine. What the? Where'd the item go? Things will happen the way I wish them to. In one way or another. Stay focused, Miss Braid. Otherwise, my streak of generosity might come to an early end. Not exactly Miss Elizabeth's bad attitude, but it's like she isn't herself anymore. What could it all mean? We're speedrunning. Speedrunning getting everybody out of Purgatory by forcibly brainwashing them. Are you making fun of me? No, I would never. All clean, no shame. All clean and no shame. Could be sarcasm, but the way she says it feels sincere. Weird. Elusive book. This is a Nippekin. Hi, Rahel. I sense that you've had a brown study. There are many questions lurking behind your smile today. That's true. My orbs are seldom wrong. How can I help you? I'd just like to ask you a few things, if that's all right. Of course. I'm here for you. You always have interest in strange objects? Say, brother of the quill that has his feather and parchment. I have my trinkets. It has always been that way, yes. Let's keep following this thread. Come from anywhere? Did it come from anywhere in particular? Yes, my mother. Mostly talk about your father, but not your mother. There's not much to say about time together as she died giving birth to me. I'm sorry. Any other questions? Did she teach you about those things? Indirectly. Oh? There are times when we learn more from someone's absence rather than their presence. Uh-oh. The good book? No dice. What the? Nothing's happening. Nivakin? Oh, sorry. Can we start over? Very well. Oh, I'm really gonna hate asking this question, but I feel like it would provoke a reaction. Some people that she said that she was. If she were, she would have had to hide it well, Nivakin. Even performing parlor tricks for fiddler's pay could be dangerous in those days. Regardless, since I never actually knew her, the truth is lost to me. So how did she, inspire that interest in you then? When I was very young, I had an idea. I thought, what if there are powers in this world beyond what we know? Forces that could help me contact my mother somehow. The kind of Banbury story that children will tell themselves when trying to make sense of things. Alright. But I couldn't let that idea go. God came into my life, and for a while I thought that he and his seemingly limitless power could help me. However, praying wasn't enough. I started looking elsewhere and never stopped. Met with mystics and learned from them. I read taboo literature, obtained in unseemly ways. Before long, I was crafting magical trinkets of my own. Oh, the crystal orbs! Yes. Something about them, something deeper that connects us? You told me that when we first met. Your memory is as lovely as the rest of you, Gape Seed. Whether in life or in this strange place, I have absolute faith in their power. What is it? I just think that's kind of beautiful, her memory having that effect on you. It's like she's still alive in you. Even though you're also dead now. Sorry, that was a disrespectful thing to say. Don't worry. I agree with you, Nibikin. Oh. Let's backtrack. Very well. It's interesting, the crow. Not officially. Use male names? Some did, yes. Did you? Oh no, I was never much of a writer. I much preferred the company of Brothers of the String to those of the Quill. You and me both. Bang, you're dead. See? Yeah. Musicians, right. Yeah, it does track. That does track, Astrid. Or loud? Exactly. Ha! 1-0 to Astrid. Oops, I got carried away. What I meant to say was dang those ancient gender conventions. Dang them all. Then let's back off at this conversation. Very well. Very well. Memories. This is an unexpected question, Nipperkin. Do you mind? Not at all. I'm glad you tell me. I'll gladly tell you about my days among the chirping Mary. Does it mean happy? You read my notes? Of course. Wonderful. And you're right, it does mean that. So you're saying everyone was happy back when you were alive? It's just a matter of speech, little Gape Seed. Not everyone were chirping Mary then, just as they aren't now. But we were alive. That doesn't necessarily mean you're happy, though.
Aww.
You're not wrong. They're saying that people have wait, that's just mean. Were you happier back then? It's difficult to compare. I get it. It was literally a lifetime ago. Several.
Aww.
But they were hard times for many. Headwater and chameleon diets were common. In that regard, I was luckier than most. My father's pockets, filled to the brim with balsam, kept me safe from such worldly worries. I never knew hunger. Until consumption took me, of course. Irony, as the brother of the quill would call it, I suppose. Still, people tried to enjoy their lives. Their hardships truly inspired me. Maybe it's thanks to them that I dared to indulge in life's many secret offerings. Secret offerings? Yes. Meaning, some things are better left to the imagination, Nipperkin. Oh. Sorry, you could never.
Aww.
I'm sorry. Makes me think of buttocks. Bro, hell! I don't understand that expression. It's... never mind. It's not about butts, though. Unless you want it to be. I see. This is gonna be mean, but... Oh, but Nipperkin, aren't you dead too? Dang, I forgot about that. You never fail to make me smile. I see, that is an absolute win. Oh? Sorry, modern-ish expression. Watch as I terrify any up-and-coming generation age, as I attempt to do even more modern Astrid. I see that as a fleet W for the Astrid Riz, baby. I will. All right, I'm glad to hear it. Wow. There's just so much to choose from, Nipperkin. Ordinary day, something nice, something rough. Looks like she's concentrating.
Aww.
We are kissing. They catch us together. Underneath the waterfall inside a cave. Heresy, they shout. Loud like explosions. She pushes me away. He says that I forced her, that I used witchcraft to create confusion in her mind. I cry and deny, but they still drag me away. They get ready to punish me in the name of God. One of the men recognizes me as my father's daughter. He is called in and pays them heaps of balsam. He screams at me until his face turns fiery red. In my head, I repeat the same words over and over. Why, God? Why?
Don't you love us all equally?
Oh, God. I don't like this outcome, but... Alright, let's try this. The item is reacting. Nipperkin? What's happening? I don't know. We strip from her devotion to God. That bit that the guide used to utterly torment her and keep her here. Well? I believe in... Oh, boy. What are you trying to say? I believe in myself. There is no God. Forcibly red-pilled. Only me. Only magic. Only this. What did you just say? You don't believe in God? But you Only me. Only magic. Only this. Hello? Only me. Only magic. Only this. Did I break her? No, no, no. I have to talk to the guide right away. Well, just stay put, alright? Only me. Only magic. Only. Broke Rahel.
Hmm?
Ah, don't call me that. Talk to Rahel. So you did. Think I did something to her. Really? What possible harm could you have done, Miss Braid? She said she doesn't believe in God. But she's always done that, right? Jackpot! Huh?
Aw.
Did I use that phrase wrong? Is it supposed to be a human explanation of victory and or general joy? I see this as an absolute guide W. If that's what you were going for, then yes, you used it correctly. Ah, well then. Jackpot! Like a book, her life was full of words. At least in theory. This particular tome was kept hidden from most, and its pages remained empty due to the author's spiritual duality. Do you believe you managed to fill that old thing up? The book? Yes. You solved the dilemma, Miss Braid. You're a bona fide heroine. No war will poor Miss Amethyst have to choose between her silly wizardry and even sillier piety. Though she might need a few decades to adjust. No wait, you! You made me do all this to her. You tricked me. I did not. I've told you several times that what you do won't affect the ultimate outcome of things. She would eventually have to solve that inner dispute one way or another. You just accelerated the process. Besides, I was not the one who used the item. You... Now, hand over the book. She was my friend! You made me change her! It might not seem that way to your naive eyes, but you did her a favor. I did it without consent. Well, sometimes humans don't know what's best for them. And you do? I'm a deity. Yeah? Yes. You still have more to do, Miss Braid. I suggest you get to it. Damn it! Get out of my head. Well, only me, only magic, only this. Hey, Locke. Is it just me, or is this actually kind of funny? Is the guy's sense of humor rubbing off on me? At what cost? That's strange. The unseen force that blocked off this area off before seems to be gone. I could explore what's on the other side, but... should I? Okay, hello. I should. Astrid Braid, about to explore uncharted territories once again. Let's do this! Well, it sure is dark in here. And quiet, too. It's just nothing. Turn back. Huh? Who's there? Turn back. You're not supposed to see this. What? I can't see anything. I'm warning you. Turn back? Alright, I'm leaving. Wise choice, Miss Braid. What that was all about? Well, we gotta save here, so we'll come back and do that. Wonder what happened if I drink from this. Let's not find out. I'll consider it. Oh, synthwaving. Is this supposed to look like someone in particular? To me, all skulls pretty much look alike. I think it's an offensive thing to think. Oh, okay, we had one shot at it. So ostensibly, I do have to... Let's push onward. Keep moving. You don't scare me. Very well. Then into the void. This was a bad idea. Miss Braid. Guide? Is that you? Miss Braid. We have such wonderful things to show you. Nope. Ooh. Like some good old-fashioned nightmare fuel. No thanks. Guide jump scare. Goddamn. Alright. Lock! Hey, lady. Need your help with something if you're up for it. Guess you could take a short break from doing, well, nothing. What do you need? I have a bunch of questions, actually. I was hoping you'd answer them. Sounds like a drag. Besides, I'm not much of a talker, you know that. Please. Alright. Begging you, please make it quick. No promises. Nice to see you out the breath. They say fresh air does you good. Whatever it is we're breathing here. Probably not air, right. Got any theories? Pure death. Probably. You sound a bit too enthusiastic about that, though. Attitude is everything. I bet. Think we're not breathing at all? Ever tried checking your own pulse since you got here? Actually, no. Well, you can't. Because we're dead. I'm aware. What I'm trying to say is that obviously we're not breathing because we're dead. You're the one who brought it up. Just making conversation. Ugh. But is there? Now there's a theory, lady. You could run that by him now that he's taken a real liking to you. Excuse me? Spend a lot of time with a guide now, aren't you? So you could ask him all about it. That's all I'm saying. I'm the one asking the questions here. Starting to sound like him too. Stop it, Locke. Fine. Everybody's kind of reacting to this. Don't drink right now, don't you? Always. Does it help you feel better? Momentarily. Meaning? Better than not having it. That's sad. Connoisseur? I don't want to be bragging, but yeah, I definitely am. Tried pretty much every spirit known to man, and beyond. Beyond? Like what, ghost beer? Well, I don't know about that. Some of the stuff sure doesn't taste like humans made it, you know? I actually don't know. Just take my word for it. Heavy drinker in life? That's a bit personal, don't you think? But still, looking happy about it, asking questions like that. Why? Sorry, it's just I like getting to know you better. That's all there is to it, huh? Alright, I'll play along. No, I didn't drink in real life. Much. I became a pathetic shell of a man when I got here. Not instantly, but over time. Happy? No, I'm so damn tired of talking about this. Having to defend myself and my choices. Couldn't spend my life the way I wanted to, and now you're telling me that death is the same? I didn't say that. Think I like being this way? Think back to us sitting around the table eating together.
The way Dad was before he started chugging that poison, because he felt like such a failure.
Oh, God. Oh, Dad's reacting. What the? Lady, what did you... Fuck? Can't. I don't... You want what? Don't. I don't want to drink. I don't need it. I mean, I'm not going to tell you otherwise, but staying sober, staying healthy, staying myself. Alright, staying sober, staying healthy, staying myself. Locke? Staying sober, staying healthy, staying myself. This change of personality is just a bit too sudden. Has something to do with the book? I should ask the guide about it. Locke, you're alright, aren't you? Staying sober, staying healthy, staying myself. Right now I'm imagining the eerie effect that you could accomplish by, if this was, like, 100% voice acted, it'd be just, completely reusing that one voice line for every repetition of this to produce that eerie effect. You do that. Still not drinking, Block? Staying sober, staying healthy, staying myself. No thanks. Is this only... Are we becoming more guide-like? I mean, like, in that transition, did we are we becoming more deity-like? We're acting more guide-like in doing this little mission. We're giving them forced brainwashing to cure them of their problems. 3 times 1 plus I squared divided by I. Yes, the clock still shows 6. That is cool, and I stand by that opinion. We should try throwing some darts before I leave Purgatory. And again, I'm not in the mood. Alright, let's rock. My dear assistant returns. We need to talk to Locke. Before we do that, we need to talk about what's behind that sign in the waiting hall. We most certainly do not. I do assume you're not familiar with the concept of areas being off limits. I am, but I went anyway. So, what was up with that? Humans aren't supposed to enter the void. That is my domain exclusively. How you managed to sneak in is quite frankly beyond me. But I did, so tell me about it. If I were to explain it in a terminology familiar to you, I suppose you could see it as my mind. So I was, inside your brain? In a manner of speaking. Your head's messed up, guide. The mind is a terrible thing to taste. Yuck. So that's where that line comes from. Talk to Locke, so you did. I think I changed him. For the better, no doubt. Seeing as there's certainly a lot to improve in that one. He's apparently stopped drinking, just like that. And you believe that to be the truth. You seem very, fixated. So I don't think it's a lie. And that's a flawless victory for Miss Braid. Look at you, improving Purgatory's denizens one at a time. But you don't seem very excited at the prospects of a potentially healthier Miss Moon. Mr. Moon. Well, I didn't exactly like seeing him constantly depressed, but drinking was his choice, wasn't it? As much of a choice that chemical dependency can be, yes. You don't want to force anyone out of anything. Even if it leads to, well, something positive. Aw. There's just no pleasing you, is there? Poor Mr. Moon, visualizing himself back in simpler times depicted in the world of a painting. He tortured himself constantly, thinking of what could have been if he had only got to return one final time. The last breakfast. Indeed. Doesn't it feel good, Miss Braid? Saving others while also saving yourself. It's but a taste of my world. You're telling me that's what you believe you're doing here? Saving people? You said it yourself. Many times, in fact. That you don't care about humans. You're just here for fun, aren't you? Torturing us like this. Lies. I do admittedly say similar things. I've never outright stated that my being here is full of noid and null and void worth. My job might bore me more than I like, but do not confuse that with my sense of purpose. You know nothing, Miss Braid. And please remember, we did something good for your friend today, didn't we? You know, it kind of makes sense. I paused for a little bit for other reasons, but it kind of makes sense that the guide's route gives us that sort of meta impression going into it, because it really feels like the guide kind of treats this almost like a game. Almost like a game, quite literally like a game. At least in how he gave it to Astrid, but feels like his idea of solving people's problems is divorced from the human aspect of it. It's like he's performing checklists and checking off quest markers from a checklist in order to send people on their way and make them leave Purgatory. Since he knows immediately going in what their problems are, he is fully capable of using his powers to check off those items from the list. Which is just, okay, yes. Let me just suck all that out of you. Okay, you're good to go. Okay, see ya. But it also produces the problem that he chooses not to. Until they become inconvenient for him. That is a matter of curiosity. Like when Rahel showed up, and he gave her the whole spiel about this isn't heaven and I'm not God. God is not real. Like that moment of desperation for Rahel that broke her down for so long. That could have been the moment that he just said, Zoop, suck out all of your belief in God, and get going. But he didn't. Are you honestly implying that doesn't count one bit? I don't understand. Make me understand. In due time. For now, allow me to repossess the item. What now? Nothing. It's no use. You'll just keep sending me off to do things without telling me why. For all I know, I'm helping you destroy the world. Excuse me, what I meant to say was, ha 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 ha, no need to worry about the world. Now, was there anything else you wanted to report? Otherwise, return to me once you've talked to everyone. Fine. I can only guess what's really going on. It's frustrating, but the only way is forward. Only me, only magic, only this. Smiling, smiling, always smiling. You seem to be in a good mood. Smiling, smiling, always smiling. That's strange. All clean, no shame. All clean and no shame. Are you making fun of me? No, I would never. All clean and no shame. All clean and no shame. Could be sarcasm, but the way she says it feels so sincere. Weird. Still not drinking, Locke? Staying sober, staying healthy, staying myself. No, thanks. I'm good. Well, only me, only magic, only this. Alright, I'm done. So it would seem. What happens now? First, let me set the mood a bit. Better. What did you do? I just changed the soundtrack. I changed the music. Excuse me?
Aww.
I keep forgetting you can't actually hear that. Moving on. Outstanding work, Miss Braid. As always, I should add. As always? This is the first, and hopefully last, time I'm helping you. Right about that. In reality, this is at least the fourth time you're assisting me. Mileage may vary. What do you mean? Well, you've aided both Miss Amethyst and Mr. Moon in leaving Purgatory, and you've discovered the truth about Mr. Kasareke. Who is, by the way, your dead boyfriend who you've been seeing a mental projection of in the form of the black shadow in your room. Just filling you in, since you unfortunately forget your accomplishments each time you manage to leave. So, all routes are canon? Wait. What?
Aww.
I'll just allow you a moment of obligatory human reacting to shocking revelations time. Alright, time's up. Thank you. You just expect me to buy all that? You've bought a lot of other things so far, haven't you? At this point, a few more surprises shouldn't make much of a difference. I need to lie down. No, you don't. You're dead. Everything you feared that you have to do was just imaginary. Besides, we have much more important things to discuss. So why not simply listen to me for a while? That's the only thing I've been doing since coming here. What's so funny? That's not entirely fair now, is it?
You chose me. Remember?
Oh dear, the way you say that I don't like. What? I knew you would eventually. I felt the potential ever since you first arrived. But I also knew that it would take some time for you to awaken to the prospect. 3 cycles spent in Purgatory, and you picked different outcomes each time. Till finally you realize that it's me you want. Want? You? You could have stopped coming back, you know. Most people probably would, feeling that once is enough. Others, and desperately, although understandably, need to get their money's worth. Are we talking about money now? Mainly in a metaphorical sense, Miss Braid. It was frustrating to wait for you, I must admit. But I knew that you would be worth it. Someone like you only comes along every so often. What's so special about me? Been unpleasant, misleading, and anything but helpful since day one. I don't really feel like I've been treated in a way that matches what you seem to think of me. Necessary evils. There's depth to you. You don't simply exist in vacuum. You're exploring, making choices, almost as if someone is living vicariously through you. Oh, you are not going to look straight at me, Guide.
Aww.
Most people who come here just assimilate. You are not going to call me out, Guide, I swear to God. I swear to God. They lack the hunger and motivation to get things done. They're little more than ghosts for people like you and me to interact with at our leisure. Friends, you call them. Huh. Spend another 100 cycles here and you realize every time they say that do the same thing. Someone. Something. Characterized simply by lethargy could never be a friend. But not you, Miss Braid. You're different, and you always have been. But I had to know how far you were willing to go. I had to be sure. Luckily, I was right all along, as is usually the case if you'll excuse my bragging. That's a lot of words, and honestly, I don't understand most of it. But you've said that I've left here before, at least thrice, and I keep coming back? Yes. Now why is that, do you think? I don't know. Don't tell me your fucking tunnel is just a big U-turn.
It's because you belong in Purgatory with me.
Well, hell no. You make me sick, Guide. There's no way I'd return here just for you. Besides, you must be lying, because everyone else is still here. You said that both Rahel and Locke left.
Aww.
Oh yes, it's a bit shameful to admit, but I've been using everyone you've met here for this specific purpose. I've never lied. As you know, Purgatory is a place where you're given the chance to make peace with how you died, and then ultimately leave. However, there are those who are hopelessly lost here. So I took their liberty of using their extended tenure for a greater purpose. But don't worry, you've set them free now. So once we are finished here, they may all truly leave. Well done, Miss Braid. But what about the time I spent with them in different cycles? I helped them get out of here. I must have grown close to them. Unnervingly close, in fact. Possibly even enough to make some deities slightly jealous. No wonder you were fucking peeping on us, creeper. So none of that mattered? Of course it did. Everything you've done so far has led to this moment. And in a world such as this, with millions upon millions of outcomes taking place at the same time, the one you choose to believe is real. None of it happened, but also everything happened. Choose. There it is again. You keep saying that I have choices, but since coming here I haven't made a single one. But you have. So many times.
Aww.
Seems like I'm not entirely getting through to you, Miss Braid. Perhaps a change of scenery is in order. Huh? Wait, hold on. What? Coffee shop? Huh? Where are we? Somewhere far away. We're not in Purgatory anymore? Correct. We're elsewhere. Sometimes come here to meet someone, but that vile creature isn't here right now, so we won't be interrupted. What are we talking about? There wasn't anyone else in my room either, so why change the location? When you had just recently arrived, you talked to me in Ouroboros. I told you then that at any given time I can see millions of humans. That was not an exaggeration. Luckily, thanks to thy transcendental abilities, I can manage all that information as part of my occupation.
Aww.
But unfortunately, it can get a bit tiring on occasion. Here, however, there's nothing. Only you and me. Environment fit for a proper heart-to-heart. That's not very reassuring. Oh, come now. Still pretending that you're something you're not. I know that this is exactly where you want to be. You don't know anything about me. Wrong. I know everything about you. That's even worse. I don't believe you.
Aww.
I can't believe you're making me do this.
I'll prove that I know you.
Oh boy. I know that ever since coming here, you haven't stopped trying to do your best. You've aided people purely based on the goodness of your heart. be fair, you had things to gain yourself on occasion, but your compassion never ceased to prevail. Even now at the end of all things, with your reward so close at hand, you still care so much about others. You feel remorse, endlessly worried that you may have inadvertently hurt someone. This is how you and me are different. I could never empathize the way you do. For me, any semblance of that is purely interpretation.
I am not human.
You fought me every step of the way, second-guessing me, never taking my words at face value. You have the necessary abilities to do what I do, but also the heart of a living being. Abilities? I've never met anyone like you, Miss Braid. Just go ahead and do your evil laugh already. Tell me how you're just joking like you always do. I'm being quite sincere. You're right. You claim that I don't know you, but this should prove that I do. It's hard to believe, but it actually sounds like you're being genuine for the first time. But why? You're telling me you care now? Maybe I care for at least one person. In the realms of what is possible for someone like me, at least. Hmm? You've got to be kidding me. Care for a dance, Miss Braid? Dance? Yes. Where did that come from? And why would I want to dance with you? I have a better question.
Why did your feet start moving toward me when I asked?
Just to berate you, This whole situation is bizarre, even by your standards. But one dance can't hurt, I guess. Might as well surrender to the weirdness at this point. I have to warn you, though, I'm not very good. No need for modesty, Miss Braid. No, May I? Oh!
The last thing I want to do is to admit that his assumptions may be right. That I really do feel something for this man, though I'm not sure exactly what or if it's even anything positive. I can't remember leaving nor returning to Purgatory, but there must have been a good reason. As for why, well, it's scary to consider, but maybe he's right about that too. Can it be that I really do belong here? There's something soothing about this. I don't know, but being close to him, I guess I don't hate it.
A lovely display, Miss Braid. Liar. Just realized that you probably heard my thoughts. It's embarrassing. Instead of Purgatory, my powers are somewhat diminished. So you didn't read my mind when we danced?
Aww.
I was unable to. Not for lack of trying, mind you. It was infuriating not to know. Welcome to being human. Ha! Excuse me. Feels good to be the one in power for once. You. Savor it while it lasts. Does it matter to you what I'm thinking anyway? I'm just a human. Remember you saying, more than once actually, that we're like ants in your eyes. True. We're the only one that he sees as more than that? However, as I have tried to explain, apparently somewhat unsuccessfully, you are much more than a human to me. But I am one still. Yes. Just one of the many reasons why I need you. What do you mean?
It's time for you to learn the truth about this place.
As you've correctly guessed many times already, I know more than I'm telling you. Well, duh. Everything I've told you about Purgatory is true. Blah blah, make peace and get out of here, and so on and so forth. That's a great summary, yeah. However, all those emotions that are processed here in order to make humans ready to leave, they are, how to put this, harvested. Ah. Oh. Well. you might be using that word wrong. Not this time. Through a tedious and complicated process, at least from a human's point of view, feelings can be given physical form, fit for a deity's consumption. You eat emotions? I don't. It does. Huh? All of those raw emotions turn into sustenance for that despicable creature. Hang on, the one you come here to meet sometimes? The very same. What does that thing do with the sustenance after it's finished eating? Somehow I doubt it's just about food. It uses it for everything you can imagine. Anything that can be considered good or evil. It creates and destroys indiscriminately in this world as well as yours, based solely on its whims. But it boldly and regularly declares that it follows a grand scheme. Hi, God. Ah. So you're saying it has godlike powers? Indeed. But you're not saying that it's actually, God? I would despise that word, knowing full well how its ego gets stoked by it. But yes, if there is such a thing as what you humans call, God. He does the finger quotes. Then that's it. I'm shocked, but too spent to even properly react at this point. And perhaps you're finally getting well and truly used to your predicament. That's one way of putting it. So you're saying there is a god, and you don't like it. That's going to take a while to sink in, by the way. But I still don't understand what that has to do with me. This is the fun part, Miss Braid. Those items I gave you before. What about them? As you may have pieced together by now, you used them to change others. It really did feel like it absorbed the negative emotions out of them. Forcibly. And that's the harvesting? And while you may not approve of the somewhat forced method, you ended up improving them. Remove the parts that prevented them from making peace with their deaths. Mr. Smiley's guilt and inability to take responsibility. Miss Ezrabeth's hatred and refusal to open up. Miss Amethyst's inner conflict and denial. Mr. Moon's self-hatred and grudge. Like, I wonder on the normal cycles, we have a case where, through our own work, we got them to a point where they were willing to, give up those emotions naturally, while using the item, in this case, like, forcibly rips those emotions out of them and creates this awkward shell situation that feels really unnatural after the fact. Thanks to you, they've all crossed the finish line. However, it does take some time for them to get accustomed to their newer, harmonious selves. Hence why they behaved that peculiar manner after you were done with them. Isn't the whole point that they should be able to do all that on their own? Normally, yes. As I told you earlier, they were lost. They needed that assistance. How can you be sure that they wouldn't succeed eventually? Even if they did need the help, I don't think we had the right to force change on them. I have to admit that you make a valid point, Miss Braid. Given enough time, even those hopeless fools would have probably seen them sad selves out of this dreary place. Sorry. As I said earlier, you aren't affecting the ultimate outcome of things, at least not in that regard. Then why? Doing it this way is for the greater good. How so? Thanks to you, their energy now resides in each of those objects you used. Far beyond that thing's reach. That was your plan all along? To get it for yourself by storing it in junk somehow? Still not junk, but yes. The plan was highly experimental, but ultimately successful, as is plain to see. However, I was unable to execute it on my own. Any attempt of mine to have humans share heartfelt emotion would eventually backfire. For some unfathomable reason, I apparently come across as untrustworthy. Yeah, I wonder why. At any rate, everything to work, I needed you and that winning personality. So I was used once again, but for great reason. Don't you see, Miss Braid? Together we can save lost souls while simultaneously making sure that the creature doesn't get its way. I know how important it is for you to help others. You may have spent your life being somewhat selfish, in fact. In fact, you may even see yourself as being just that. In Purgatory, your true colors have been revealed. Whether it was your refusal to egoistically involve others in your own affairs, or the passion to save someone's soul, you always pulled through. So to summarize...
I'm offering you a place by my side.
Tempting, is it not? You're forgetting one huge detail. Oh? You haven't told me why I should help you. Maybe all this is just you trying to manipulate me. Again. For all I know, you only care about sticking it to someone you don't like. I don't have enough information to choose whether I should accept or not. At least you're finally acknowledging that you do have a choice. Progress. Kinda wish you'd stop using the G word as much as I stress that it isn't. God, never mind. The G word. God. God. Very well, I'll attempt to persuade you. Consider this. Consider it. God has the power to do anything. But why does it inflict so much pain on humans? A classic theological conundrum, correct? Right? That should tell you all you need to know. You think I'm bored? You should see that thing. Everything it does can be considered evil. That can be considered evil. It does for fun. My clever distractions are nothing compared to that. My ambition is to even the odds. And then what? How exactly would you evening the odds change things for the better? I firmly believe that it's dangerous for one single entity to possess all that power. Your doubts are understandable. After all, that inquisitive nature of yours is one of your many outstanding qualities. You've been annoyed by that side of me more than once. Ultimately, asking you to trust me is all I can do. After everything you've put me through, that's kind of a weak sales pitch. I thought you might say that. So how about this?
Join me, and I'll fully restore your memory.
You'll do what? You had the ability to do that all wrong? Of course. Prove it. Give me all my memories back right now, every single detail that I've forgotten, and I'll consider joining you. No. What? I refuse. Why? Because quite frankly, I need you to accept. You're blackmailing me? For a moment, I actually thought that you... You leave me no choice. If that's the one leverage I have against you, then I must use it. I am not an idiot, Miss Braid. I do promise you that if you join me, then you'll get everything back. Not just the bits and pieces that I provided earlier for exposition, but all of it. Every joyous and traumatic moment all across your life and afterlife, every cycle included, free of charge. What are you? Answer the question. I'm the guide. Well then, no deal. I'm leaving. Wait! Fine. Suppose you can put it like this. Me and God are two sides of the same coin. Does that mean that you're... No, Miss Braid, I'm not Satan. A bit of ambiguity is good for a working relationship. Since when? Also, there's way too much of that already. I feel it getting nearer. Like me, that thing retains its abilities here. Can't read my mind, but it can read yours. Need to leave post-haste. Before that...
You must make a choice.
What? You accept my offer, and by doing so claim your long overdue reward. You join me, memory restored in order to save lost souls while defying that creature. What's the alternative? Send you back to when we first met. It will be as if none of this ever happened. Dread the prospect of having to find someone else as special as you, but this plan simply won't work unless you willingly agree to it. I have to choose right now. Just like that. Yes. However, I'm certain you'll make the right decision. But I still don't know. What if I... Now, Miss Braid. What do I do? This is too much to handle. Way too much for just one dead actress. I want to remember. But how do I know if he's really telling the truth?
I do know one thing. There were so many choices in life that I never got to make. They were stolen from me. And ever since coming here, I've just had to blindly accept everything, no matter how messed up it's gotten. But now, even though things are confusing, far from ideal, and honestly ridiculous, I finally get to choose.
A choice that could gain you power, too. An agency. Miss Braid, I've decided.
My decision is...
Oh. I know at some point we're gonna meet her. And I'm honestly kind of excited for that. But this does kind of paint the conflict of poetry into a different light, doesn't it? At the very least, this gives us, like, the Purgatory side of things here. Quite something. So how do we unpack the multiple cycles thing? The biggest thing yet I'm still trying to wrap my head around. How do we unpack the multiple cycles? The very clearly going through time here in Purgatory, leaving, coming back, like doing everything necessary for them to leave, and then we all come wandering back and start over again. Like, when the guide says we'll meet again, does he know? Is he, like, purposefully rigging the tunnel scene so that we don't quite make it to where we're going, and we end up back where we started? Possibly he just has the power to do that, since he had the power to send us back